This video is intended to introduce the Frialen user to the manufacturer's recommended installation instructions. It is not intended to certify any specific type of training necessary for the safe and reliable installation of Frialen couplings. Frialen couplings are intended for use on medium or high-density polyethylene pipe and are designed to operate at up to 100 pounds per square inch for gas service or up to 160 pounds per square inch for water applications. For factory mutual applications, Frialen couplings are rated up to 200 pounds per square inch. Frialen couplings are available in sizes from 1/2 inch copper tube size to 24-inch iron pipe size. They are also available in ductile iron pipe sizes from 6 through 20 inches. The standard barcode will allow electrofusion joints to be made to polyethylene products that have standard dimensional ratios between 9 and 17.6. For standard dimensional ratios 21 and higher, contact your Friatech representative for reduced fusion times for thin-wall polyethylene pipe products. In this video, we will be demonstrating the installation procedures for couplings 14 through 24 inches. Additional information on the installation procedures for couplings 12 inches and under can be found in Training Video 103, Frialen Couplings 12 inches and under. Couplings 10 inches and larger are bifilament to allow the added flexibility of assembling one end of a coupling at a time. This can be advantageous when installing large couplings in confined spaces and making cross fusions of pipes with different melt index values. The bifilament feature also reduces the output requirements of the power source by approximately 50%. Remember, when installing Frialen couplings, use only fusion control boxes that are suitable for barcode technology. For detailed step-by-step instructions about the electrofusion processor, see the manufacturer's installation instructions. Additional information can be found in Training Video 101, Friamat, Basic Features, Operation, and Safety. This video is divided into 3 segments. The first segment will discuss the tools necessary for installation of Frialen couplings. The second segment will demonstrate the installation procedures, and the third segment will review important safety and installation considerations. The tools and materials needed to install the large Frialen couplings include paint markers. Friatech has silver-colored markers that work well for marking pipe. They're fast-drying, and the silver color shows well on the pipe regardless of its color. Pipe scrapers. The oxidized layer must be removed using a smooth-bladed scraper tool. Sawtooth scrapers are prohibited. Sandpaper, rasps, grinders, and abrasive pads are also unacceptable. These tools only abrade and contaminate the pipe surface, but do not adequately remove it. Friatech has a full line of scraper tools for pipe sizes through 24 inches in diameter. Other manufacturers' scraper tools are acceptable as long as they remove the proper amount of material and are in good repair. Pipe cutters. To ensure a quality electrofusion joint, the pipe ends must be cut square. For larger pipe sizes, shear-type cutters are not available and must be cut using a hand or power saw. When using a chainsaw, it is recommended that the chain be lubricated with dish detergent instead of bar oil. Marking tape. The pipe ends must be cut square to assure a satisfactory electrofusion joint. The use of a welder's pipe tape or similar device is highly recommended to ensure a square cut on the pipe end. Cleaning agent. Use only isopropyl alcohol. The alcohol must be at least 96% pure. Lime Tech Scientific offers convenient foil packs that contain alcohol wipes. Lint-free natural or white cloths or paper towels. Cleaning agents can dissolve some dyes used in coloring cloth. Pie tape. A pie tape is a special measuring device that will give a very accurate reading of the average outside diameter of pipe. It is important to determine exactly the outside diameter of the pipe. The pipe outside diameter must fall within the Frialen specifications for the inside diameter of the coupling. The coupling specifications can be found on the instruction sheet provided with the coupling. The outside diameter tolerances can also be found in the Friatech technical manual. Measuring tape. A measuring tape or folding rule is needed to determine the amount of ovality in the pipes being joined. Excess ovality will make the insertion of the pipe into the coupling difficult. Rerounding clamps. Rerounding clamps may be needed to assist in reducing the excess ovality experienced in large diameter pipe. Reducing the ovality will ease the pipe insertion into the couplings and assure a quality electrofusion joint. Hammer and wood blocking. A 12-pound hammer with a 4x4 by 52-inch length of timber will assist the installation of the coupling and pipe. Blocking will be needed to support the coupling and pipe when the fusion is being made. The fusion joint must remain stress-free throughout the fusion and cooling periods. Universal fusion processor and appropriate power source. The external power source must be sized to operate the fusion processor and the coupling being installed. Cable ties. You will need a feeler gauge type device to determine the location of gaps between the coupling body and the pipe wall. An electrical cable tie works perfectly for this purpose because the plastic material will not damage the wires in the coupling. Duct or glass packing tape. The tape will be used to tape the plastic shipping bag around the coupling to reduce heat loss during the pre-warm cycle for couplings 16 inches and larger. Remove the shipping bag from the coupling carefully and set it aside for this pre-warm cycle. 14-inch couplings do not require the pre-warm cycle to be performed and do not have the additional barcode. After assembling the tools necessary to install the coupling, we're ready to begin the fusion process. In this video, we will be discussing and demonstrating the installation of a 16-inch coupling utilizing the pre-warm barcode technology available only from Friatech. This technology minimizes the effects of pipe ovality on the quality of the fusion joint. This pre-warm procedure is only used for Frialen couplings 16 inches and larger. Before starting the installation process, check the SDR and the pipe size to assure that they are compatible with the coupling and available barcode technology. Frialen couplings are designed for pipe-sized SDR 9 through 17.6. Higher SDR pipe sizes will require less fusion time. Clean the pipe with water and a clean cloth to remove any dirt or contamination that may affect accurate measurement. Measure the pipe ends to be joined using a pie tape. 24-inch pipe should be measured at the end of the pipe and also 12 inches back from the end of the pipe. Both measurements must be a minimum of 24-inch OD to be usable. Compare the pipe outside diameter to the minimum and maximum allowable values for the coupling inside diameter. The pipe must be inside this range or an unsatisfactory electrofusion joint may result. Do not use pipe with diameters that do not fall within this range. Coupling installation begins with preparing the pipe. The pipe ends to be joined should be freshly cut to remove any damaged areas. It is also necessary to remove the last several inches of the pipe to eliminate the end material which has towed in since it was last cut or manufactured. Because pipe ends must be cut as smoothly and squarely as possible, use a welder's pipe tape or other device to mark the pipe before cutting. Unevenly cut pipe ends allow the molten material to flow past the center cold zones and cause a less than satisfactory fusion joint. Remember to follow your company's policies and procedures regarding personal protective equipment when operating power tools. It is important that the fusion zone remain clean and dry. After the pipe is cut to size, clean the pipe using water and a clean cloth to remove dirt, oil, and other job site contaminants from both the inside and outside of the pipe. Clean the inside of the pipe as far back as practical to remove job site contaminants that may fall into the fusion zone during coupling installation. When utilizing electrofusion technology to repair existing facilities, the following precautions must be taken. If the line contains liquids, all flow must be stopped. Liquids must not enter the fusion zone until the fusion cycle is completed. The fusion joint must be completely dry for an acceptable fusion joint to be made. If the facility being repaired is pressurized and the pressure cannot be completely shut off, a vent must be provided to eliminate possible pressure buildup until the fusion has cooled for the prescribed time before pressurizing. Mark the pipe ends a distance equal to 1/2 the coupling length using the rule and a paint marker. If a replacement section is to be dropped in between two existing pipe segments, mark a full coupling length on one pipe end of each connection. In this case, it is also important that the spool piece be cut exactly to length. There should be no gaps when the pipe ends are fully inserted into the coupling. The next step is to remove all of the oxidized layer from the pipe in the fusion area. First, using a paint marker, draw lines in a direction parallel to the diameter of the pipe around the entire circumference of the pipe. This step is extremely important as it helps ensure complete removal of the oxidized layer of the pipe, especially if the operator is using a hand scraper. The scraping operation should remove approximately 5 to 8 thousandths of an inch each time the pipe is scraped. Avoid gouging the pipe or scraping flat spots on the pipe surface with the scraper tool. Excessive gouging or flat spots on the pipe may cause the electrofusion joint to leak. The pipe may be scraped more than once when using Frialen couplings. Never remove more than 10% of the wall thickness of the pipe. Additional scraping may be necessary because of the tolerances in the extruded pipe and the design of the couplings. Use the hand scraper to remove any shavings that remain on the pipe edges. Chamfer both the inside and outside diameters of the pipe slightly. This will aid in installing the coupling on the pipe. When the pipe is scraped, thoroughly clean the pipe ends and the inside of the coupling with isopropyl alcohol. Use a lint-free cloth or paper towel with the cleaning agent. Allow the cleaning agent to evaporate completely prior to placing the coupling on the pipe. In extremely cold conditions, it may be necessary to wipe the pipe dry with a clean cloth to remove the excess moisture. Improper pipe preparation will result in a less than perfect electrofusion joint. Remark the coupling insertion lengths on the pipe at 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. This will help you to install the pipe on the coupling straight. These marks will ensure that the pipe is completely inserted into the coupling. They will also indicate that the pipe did not move out of the coupling during the fusion and cooling cycles. Next, install the coupling on the pipe, making sure that the contact terminals remain accessible for connection of the fusion unit leads. Take care to start the coupling on the pipe squarely. Rotating the coupling will assist in placement on the pipe and indicate the amount of and location of high and low areas due to ovality. Avoid causing a bind between the coupling and the pipe. Use a 12-pound hammer and a length of 4x4 lumber to assist with installation of the coupling. Do not pound on the coupling edge directly because it will cause damage to the coupling. If any contaminants fall into the fusion zone during coupling installation, re-clean the inside of the coupling before you begin the fusion cycle. Also, before fusion begins, make sure that the assembled joint is free from excessive stress. Do not subject the pipe to bending stress or allow the pipe to be suspended by the coupling. Blocking and other support may be necessary to support the fusion joint until it has properly cooled. Using the cable tie and starting at the 12 o'clock position, move completely around the pipe circumference, marking any location where the cable tie end can be inserted between the coupling body and the pipe wall. If the pipe is oval, there will be two areas where you will find gaps between the pipe and coupling. If only one area is found, a flat spot on the outside diameter is the cause. If no gaps are found, you must still use the pre-warm cycle once. Prior to using the pre-warm barcode, place the plastic shipping bag over the coupling and tape the bag to the pipe and coupling if one end is going to be installed at this time. If both pipe ends are inserted, apply a layer of tape to the area between the coupling ends and the pipe. The use of tape ensures that heat loss is minimized during the pre-warm cycle. Cut small holes in the plastic to allow the connection of the fusion leads. The barcodes can be scanned through the plastic bag. Turn the power supply on. Turn the Frialen on. Then scan the yellow-black colored barcode on the coupling. The barcodes can be scanned through the plastic bag. Start the pre-warm cycle by pressing the Start button on the fusion processor. The pre-warm cycle will not cause a fusion to take place, but provides enough energy to warm the pipe sufficiently to allow the pipe to conform to the shape of the coupling, reducing the gaps caused by pipe ovality. When the pre-warm cycle ends, write the time that the cycle is completed on the pipe. Also, note that this is the first pre-warm by writing PW1 next to the time. Wait 10 minutes. Remove the bag and tape, then recheck the gaps with the plastic cable tie. If the gaps are closed, you are ready to scan the white-black fusion barcode and complete the fusion. It is important to remember that each end must be fused individually. If the gaps are not closed, retape the bag to the pipe and coupling and repeat the pre-warm sequence again. The pre-warm sequence may be repeated up to 3 times if the ambient temperature is above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. If the ambient temperature is below 40 degrees, it may be necessary to pre-warm additional times. If the gaps will not close, the joint must be disassembled and the pipe cut again or replaced with pipe with less ovality. Re-rounding clamps may also be used to assist with the coupling and pipe assembly and reduce the ovality of the pipe. After the pipe has been completely installed and the gaps eliminated, you can reconnect the fusion leads, scan the white-black fusion barcode, and press the Start button. Remember to fuse both ends of the coupling. After the fusion cycle is complete, write the end time for the fusion and the cooling time on the pipe. Cooling times can be found on the coupling, the LCD screen, the back cover of the Frialen electrofusion control unit, or in the manufacturer's installation instructions. Marking the fusion and cooling times on the pipe will ensure that no fusion joint will be forgotten. If the fusion cycle is interrupted for any reason, the problem can be corrected and the fusion